beautiful singers. This is Valerie White-Williams and Vocal Splendor Studios. And today I would like to talk to you about Myers-Briggs test and how that can help singers. Now, the Myers-Briggs test has been around for decades. It's used quite a bit in the business professional world, as well in schools. My children had to take Myers-Briggs tests when they were in middle school. So today on the internet, there are so many tests talking about the Myers-Briggs that it's kind of dumbed down the whole situation. The Myers-Briggs measures 4 dichotomies. The first one is introvert or extrovert. How are you feeling inspired? Does being with people inspire you and energize you, or does it make you tired? Second thing we were going to look at is how do you take in information? How do you process information? Do you process it through thinking in the future, bringing information down, intuiting, so the intuition format versus the sensing, what you feel, see, and hear in the senses. So how do you bring in information? Next is how do you process information? Do you process it through the feeling center or the thinking center? Now, this does not mean that you're a cold fish if you're a thinker, or you're just a basket case emotionally if you're a feeler. It's really about how you process that information. Then the last is the P versus the J, perceiving versus judging. Again, don't think about these words too much. Perceivers like to keep things open. They like to kind of go with the flow, and the judgers tend to want to make a plan. So that's what we're measuring. Now, those tests will give you 2 different questions, and you have to make the best one. And so if you really want to know your Myers-Briggs test results, it's better to invest money in taking a longer test, and that's what I've done. Now, personally, I am an ENFP, and that means extroverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. I have taken many of the online tests, and I have gotten varied results. I've gotten INFP, I've gotten INFJ, I've gotten ENTP, I've even gotten INFJ and INFP and INTJ. So I've gotten all those things. But once you understand the function stack, it all makes a lot more sense, because the function stack tells you what your tendency is, your number one approach to life. So ENFP, it doesn't mean I'm more extroverted than an INFP. I have a daughter who's an INFP, and we approach life completely different. It's not like I'm a more extroverted version of her. I actually approach life in a different way, because the function stack is what's going to help you understand your approach to life. So I'm an ENFP, so my function stack starts as Extraverted Intuition. So we call that NE as you look at it. Now, what that means is I'm highly motivated to talk about ideas and concepts and seeing the big picture and understanding things and breaking it down and thinking about the future and how I can help people and how I can. So if you watch my videos, you will see that that is what I love to talk about. In fact, people find me at parties and talk about voice, and I will talk about voice science and all these things because I love to talk about intellectual ideas that help people. Now, the second function, which is the things that are the most important for an ENFP, is I am a feeler, but I am introverted feeler. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm an introverted person. I just need quiet and privacy to focus on my emotional feelings. And so I tend to need a little downtime after I interact with people so I can process. And that's very common for people that are FE. Now, extroverted, FI. I'm really messing this up. So FI, so I'm an introverted feeler. So extroverted feelers tend to be the ones that are concerned about everybody else, the do-gooders, the teachers. They want to help everybody. They want to make everybody feel good. So you can see that there's variations within this. This is why I'm not an ENFJ, because ENFJs function with the feeling extroverted, and they want to, the do-gooders to help everybody feel better. I just want people to think better. I want you to get the ideas. So that's where I'm coming from. So what does this help you as a singer? Well, it helps you understand the approach that works best for you. So this is why certain teachers may work better for you than others. I like to go with the nerdy intellectual teachers. That's what I am. I'm a nerd. Other people would rather have somebody who's going to give them more emotional support. Not that I don't give emotional support, but that is not my primary. Where my daughter, who is an INFP, she leads as Introverted Feeling. So she's more about feeling safe, wanting to feel comfortable. That's what her driving force is feeling comfortable in her world. So that's a totally different approach than me, where I want to talk about ideas, help change the world, make it a better place. So it helps you understand your approach and what's going to make you comfortable. Now, when you're comfortable in your world, you're going to be more efficient and you're going to be able to reach your goals more. So sometimes you can look at places at work, teachers, and what their approach is for you. Some people need structure. Some people don't like structure. Some people need emotional support more than others. Other people want to be left alone. Let me do it myself. So learning about the Myers-Briggs, especially when we consider the function stacks and where you are most motivated with, also will help you design a course of study for singing, what kind of teacher works best for you, what kind of music school works best for you, even what kind of music and the whole culture of the music, what feels more comfortable for you. Because every genre and every music and even different areas of the country have a different feel for it. So it's going to help you find where you fit in with your place. And a little bit more about the function stacks. There's actually 4 of them. And so the first one is what you lead with. Second one is the secondary one. There's the middle function, and then there's the bottom function. And the bottom function is part of you, but it tends to not be your strength. And so if you operate from it too much, you're not going to be as comfortable. Now for me, my lowest one as an ENFP is sensing introverted, which means that I'm not super into my body and function. Physicality can be difficult for me. I'm not really a great dancer. I've taken a lot of dance training, but it's not my strength. I'll be honest with you. And sometimes I can be a little clued out or be even clumsy because I'm thinking so much. I'm the absent-minded professor. So for me to be a soccer coach or do some sort of physical coaching for a living, sports-oriented, dancing, I've taken a lot of training on dancing. I'm still not a great dancer. I can get by barely, but it is not my strength. So that does suggest where my strengths are. With dancing as an SI, the bottom function stack would totally make sense. I need to be talking to people and describing and discussing my ideas more than teaching someone a dance move. That would not be a good place for me. So hopefully that will give you some idea. I do suggest learning your Myers-Briggs test, seeing how that comes to play, and then helps you understand yourself and others so you can function more, better, and find a plan for you so you can become a better singer. All right, hope this was helpful. Hope I didn't make too many mistakes getting it all straight. And I look forward to hearing from you. What is your Myers-Briggs test? What have you learned about yourself that can help you regarding the Myers-Briggs? And I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and shares. I so appreciate it. And I look forward to your next video. All right, thanks so much and have fun and sing on.